welcome to the DxT Friday League. How are you doing?
Right, let's go.
Prawn toast. Chinese.
Right, come on then. Let's have a look at this table then.
So again, Miles top, followed by Hobo, and Quab as your top three. There's a 41-point gap between Hobo and
Who's come out of the pits?
Miles.
Lando Nor's coming out of the pits.
Yeah, Landon on fourth, followed by Rennie, Keck, and Simseku, and then Rico, Rod Diaz, Brad, Spiffo, Effectus Glitch, Lord Vader, and then Joker, Sogito, and Rob, who still haven't scored. Constructor-wise, it looks the same. Still Ferrari and McLaren 1 point between each other, so that's what
Someone give us the weather, please.
And Williams and AlphaTauri want to look out, joint on points at the bottom, both on 15.
Right, I'm actually going to join that server just so I can see the points.
Hassan Racing point, 4 points at the top. I'll drop you an invite.
We're going to... No, I can get it off, really, join. There you go, man. Right, so we got both Hasses out on track. We got Renault, the Red Bull, and the Ferrari.
Right, I guess. Who was the first out? Let's look at the track map. Go the fitted, telemetry on, lap data enabled, and a full track.
Everybody says it's a dry race. That's boring.
Dry race, that is very boring. Lando Nor's first out of track, so we go aboard with Lando Nor.
Wait a sec, we've got 11 drivers now. When did we have 11 drivers? Who's joined?
Someone's.
We only had 10.
Right, let's go on board with Lando Nor. He's just coming across the line to start his lap now.
Yeah. Right, actually, I better get all the stuff up. Be interesting to see what. Well, by the looks at everyone's going to start on soft and try to do soft to hard.
Lando Nor seems to be
I reckon.
very clean first sector at the moment. 18.5 is your benchmark for first sector.
Okay, Thomas has come out on the medium, so I might hop on with him after this. Let's see how he goes. Okay.
Lando Nor definitely seems to be keeping it clean, just coming through the tunnel. Interesting to see what sort of benchmark times we're looking at.
We all know Lando Nor is a very quick driver.
Comes the third sector.
Ooh.
Very close to the
That looked like
wall.
he made contact with the wall. He made contact.
Living on the edge.
Yeah, that was close to the validation as he comes through.
Final corner.
Oh, we got him.
DRS open. Is that McLaren who's spun? It's a 110.8.
No, I think he was letting cars through to 0.8. That's not a bad benchmarker. Very respectable, right?
Who's our next car coming? There's a Ferrari coming across the line in Keck King. Let's see what sort of time he can set.
Oh, we still got ERS left as well.
A 1:13.6.
13.6. That's nearly 3 seconds off the pace.
So we should go. Thomas's pit.
Go on board with Simseku.
Simseku?
Oh, he's invalidated. No.
Simseku's invalidated. Okay.
Let's watch DxT Rico.
Let's go with Rico and there's Alfa Romeo. Oh, he's clipped the wall.
Oh,
Commentators curse.
no!
No, he's clipped. Oh, Joker's there.
Joker's only on an outlap.
Okay,
I'm
good.
gonna hop on board with Rennie. Rennie had a good result here, Monday League.
Let's see how good Rennie is in the nice black Mercedes. One of my favourite cars in this game. He does look like he's setting a 2-minute lap, so I think he might have pulled out of this lap. Should we go on board with, jump on board with Joker for his hot lap?
Yeah, got him. Let's give Joker some pressure.
On the medium run?
Why is there so much of a
no,
crowd?
No, he's pitting. Thank you for letting us down, Joker. Rennie...
Right, Simseku, we're watching him. I'm watching him because he's the only one.
Okay, let's watch Simseku. Let's see what sort of time he's setting.
I'll tell you what, this is really not. This has really lived up in the hype. By the way, Krob has put in a 111.3 as well. He's still like 5/10 off his teammate. Imagine Krob's looking to bounce on the result from the Translation Monday League where he got the win.
Simseku cover for the final corner. DRS is open.
Yep.
Coming across the line.
This is going to be probably a 1:13.
1:13.5, just ahead of Keck and Lord Vader, who seem to be setting very similar times.
Right, let's see Effectus. Effectus thinks he's going to win.
Right, yeah, let's go on board with Effectus in the Red Bull.
No pressure effect this.
Seeming like a decent sector 1. He's not been there. And 18.9, so I think that was 4 attempts off what Lando North at.
Yeah, 4 attempts. Everyone seems to be a bit off the Lando North's pace at the moment, but the track's only going to get quicker once track beds in, so we'll play a lot of playing time in the game. There's still 12 minutes left of the session. Thomas is having another go on those mediums.
Coming through the left, right. Seems to be decent enough. Nice and early on the power. A 53.7. I don't know what that is relative to Lando North, off the top of my head. But it seems to be a clean enough lap. No, fine.
It's about the track. It's all about track position from qualifying.
Yeah, final corner, DRS open. Let's see what time he can set.
So if Miles does join, he needs to join in and be able to set a lap.
A 1:12.9. So P3 at the
6 attempts
moment.
quicker than SMCQ.
We got board with Thomas.
Thomas is on a yeah, he's on a hot lap on the mediums.
He's on the softs.
Oh, he's come on. What? That's because I got best.
Yeah, go fitted.
Well, yeah. All right. Christ. Trying to tell me how to do my job. Well, Joker's come out in the mediums and both so's Rico and Hobo.
Lock up into the left right, goes really deep, almost clips the wall. Lucky not to there. Set of 53.6. Yellow flag says 2 Alfa Romeo sideways. Do you want to quickly check what's happened there?
Nah, they just pulled over for
okay.
effectless.
Go to the final
Didn't
corner.
think much. Their teammates are not going to take each other out.
DRS open? I don't know, it's Hobo and Rico. You never know with those two. 1:12.4 by Thomas.
12.4. I'll tell you what, Lando North's looking rapid in comparison to the rest of the pack here.
Lando North looks like he could be running away with this.
Rennie looks like... No, Rennie can't be going for another lap. He's got 12% ERS in the fuel light.
Should we jump aboard with Hobo or Rico? Let's jump aboard with Rico then. He's just coming across the line to start.
I think Lando North's going for a timed lap here, so I'm going to stay with him for a minute. He is obviously the quickest driver out.
We have to see if he improves on his sector 2 time. Or invalidation into
no,
the
he's
left,
invalidated. Right, onto Rico, because Rico's the first one across the line.
Let's see what Rico can put out.
Cool. Back this bag out of the way. Nobody's coming up on him fast. Hopefully Rico doesn't get the commentator's curse again like he did last time.
Yes, we don't mean to curse you.
18.9.
4 tenths off what?
Rico is on the medium.
Yeah, Rico is on the medium, so we mediums about.
Yeah, but I'm sure 6 tenths, was it?
Yeah, 6 tenths slower, I think it was.
Yeah, so I said not that much slower. As he comes through the tunnel. Make sure to take this corner not too tight.
And he's done it again!
Oh,
Not again! Now he needs to get out of the way of his teammate. Hobo's still on the lap. Does it still mess him up?
I love that I said don't take that corner too tight. What does he do?
Hobo's still on the lap at 53.4. It says it's a purple sector 2, but I don't know whether to believe the game.
Ignore that.
Oh, he just hit the wall, tapped the wall slightly. End plate missing.
Lost an end plate. He's lost an end plate. Oh, he's into Rascal.
That's his lap ruined.
No, he's still going. He's still going. Hobo is.
It doesn't look like it's going to be a very good lap though. Or is it? A 12.7. He's still fourth, missing both the end plates. Hats off to Hobo there.
Right, Rico's going again. Rico's going again.
Rico's going again. Right, we'll go on board with Rico then. Invalidation.
Rico's already invalidated.
Right,
let's watch Lord Vader. You can go on board with someone else if you want. If someone else is on all that, but he's probably looking to improve.
If Cobb's invalidated turn 1, Thomas looks like he's not improved. Thomas is invalidated. So it's only Lord Vader now who looks to be setting a lap time, which he's a 10th down on already. Sector 1.
Well, I think Joker's about to start a hot lap.
Yeah, we'll go on board with Joker, the only one who's not yet started lap, going into turn 1.
Oh, that's very deep.
Could have took the apex a bit more there to try and improve his lap time.
Yeah, I think you do need to take that apex. You need to take Sandoval like nearly cutting it just to get a decent.
Nice and tight to that second corner, but he's going over the bumps. That's not a line I normally see people take.
To be fair, I think I don't think it overly affects you too much.
Most of the time is lost in gaining that second and third sector, so
Yeah, it is probably most. Well, it is the technical section of this track. So there's no margin for error.
Let's see how well he does.
If he doesn't do what his DxT counterpart did, nope. But he's gone very deep into the second part of it. That's gonna you're gonna lose time there. That's not.
Under the fast left-hander, you have to try and avoid the wall here. Don't clip it here, and try not to lose the rear end. Ooh, little snap.
Yeah,
managed to keep it.
Oh, there's the wall.
Into Raskas.
We're into Raskas.
Very deep.
Oh, very deep again.
Into the final corner.
Not been a good lap by Joker.
Yeah, Open. He's probably looking at a 13, a 14-1, puts him 9th. Right, who have we got out on track? It looks like Keck behind him's on a lap. Nice and tight into the first corner.
Rico's 4 tenths down on his time already, and Rico's time's... I know, but Rico's going to get all that time back in... if he doesn't clip the inside, there we go. That's better. That's better, Rico. See what his sector time is. 12 seconds up on his time, so he's looking at a 1:12 at the moment.
Keck's at an 8.
No, not 1:12.
Keck's at 18.7 in the first sector, only 2 tenths off Lando North's first sector time.
Right, I'm just going to watch Rico come over the line. He's gone through the last corner.
Looking Rico setting on the mediums. Same across the line now.
1:13.2 up into 6th. It's an Alpha 3rd row. Right, big Keck was.
Yeah, Keck's coming into the final sector now. Let's see how much he's up on his second sector, whether he can keep this consistent. 3 tenths up only now.
Yeah, 3 tenths. What? Get him. You'll get him 7th, but if he. Oh, he's just chipped his end plate.
Yeah, tapped the wall slightly. Hopefully, keep it going.
Wait.
Final corner.
Bit difficult to get that nose around that final corner when you haven't.
A 1:12.7.
1:12.7.
8 tenths improvement.
Jump. That's good. Right. Rob's 1/10 down on his time. Thomas has gone into the pit. Hobo's on an outlet. I'm going to stick with all the Hobo. The vape master himself. The master of vape.
First corner. Bit deep, he could have came tighter onto that.
Yeah. But he's not exactly he's not lost probably too much time from that.
Ooh.
Oh, he's lost the back end there.
He managed to keep it going. Let's see if he can improve. 2 tenths up on his time.
What I normally do around Monaco is put it into none through this sector because you don't really need your ERS through these corners, and then you basically need to run it to the line as soon as you get down to the. Yeah, you can put it back in the hot up here, and then literally you just open it up again.
Bit of a scruffy exit into the tunnel.
Oh, well, you might be able to pick up some time from this next corner because obviously Rico was facing the wrong way.
Nice and tidy for you. Is he improving? Oh, tapped the wall twice.
Oh, no, there we go.
He's lost all his time.
That lap. Oh,
lap ruined. He was 2 tenths up in the first sector as well.
Why is Rico still on the mediums? He's really wanting to start on those mediums.
He's 2 tenths down on his time though. Up on it. But yeah, 2.
Wait. Oh, Krob's got no front wing. How interesting.
The only person out on lap I could think of is Lord Vader, who's on a lap.
Vader. I'm gonna watch Lord. I reckon let's watch Lord Vader. Let's give him some screen time.
Then Effectus is on a out lap to watch afterwards when Vader crosses the line.
But he's behind him on track. He's only behind him on track anyway, so. I need to see who's watching my stream.
2 tenths down.
Spiffo's watching. Hi, Spiffo.
Spiffo should come join my stream. This is a bit mean.
He knows what the real stream's at. It makes no difference who he watches.
Ooh, invalidation by Lord Vader went way too deep.
Right. Well,
Herbert just put, I got 1 knee, lol, cut me some slack. I don't think we will.
What? Mate. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say because this is a professional stream. Oh, Rico, what is that?
Rico's been caught cheating as always. Matt Brew, is that Landon Norris? No, this is not Landon Norris.
No, it's not. It's just someone that has the same sort of name.
Yeah, same.
I wish it was Lando Norris, and I would have him in the party if it was.
If it was Lando Norris, then we must be working miracles.
JoJo would be completely fanboying right now.
No, I would not. Simsaki looks like the next one who's going to cross the line and start a lap, or is it one of the McLarens? Thomas is on a lap. Let's see what Thomas could do.
Why is the rule on corner cutting to get laps in? Because Rico definitely done it.
Maybe it is.
And I called it on my stream as well. Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe. We don't know. But who's actually on a lap?
Thomas is on a lap. I'm watching him now.
Yeah.
He's been keeping it nice and tidy. I've done that little snap. He cast that 1 of 4 in this tunnel. Little bit of a lock up.
Almost on a championship leader.
Almost 3 tenths up Thomas is on his time. This could put him into the top 3 if he keeps it together. Comes across the line at 1:11.6. P3.
8 attempts improvement. Apparently a purple sector 3 as well.
Is he going for another lap straight afterwards? He's still in his ERS mode.
Probably. I think he's gonna. I think what would probably be best is to save fuel for this lap.
Yeah.
Save ERS and go again.
Effectus is round. Should we go?
I'm watching Hobart.
Yeah, he's 3 tenths down on his time at the moment. Well, let's see if Hyperz up. If not,
hey, Miles is watching this. Miles is watching your stream. Miles, what's happening? 3-2.
Hyperz is 10th down. Can he gain any time in the 3rd sector? Any improvement will put him above Keck, it looks like, because they're very close. Let's see if he can improve. 1:12.2, and he's improved and jumped Keck up to P5. Good luck by Hyperz. If you could board a Rico, he's just
I tell you
starting
what,
his lap.
a couple of Transnation Saturday boys. We're in tier 1 and getting beat by tier 2 of DxT Effectors. Better than not enjoying that. Oh, hello, that's
Little bit of pile up. Rico goes past. Oh, Joker's there on the right as well.
What is it, a car meet, lads? Fucking it in the 1st sector.
Joker would be used to car meets.
I don't know who to watch. I'm watching Krob because Krob might be able to beat his teammate.
Well, let's see what Rico could pull off. Improvement by a 10th would put him up above Keck and knock out the 3rd row for Alfa Romeo.
There we go.
Rico's not clipped the inside wall.
Yeah, Rico's missing an end plate though, so this final sector is going to be very difficult.
He's 9 tenths up on his time. Down on his time. Up on his time, that's fine. He's 9 tenths quicker.
I know what you mean. Which means he might be able to jump Effectus, even with the front wing damage.
Could this be a mega lap by Rico? What's that? Is Miles secretly racing for Rico?
I think you heard it here first. Oh, Rico didn't manage to jump Effectus.
Oh, just off his Effectus.
Joker's invalidated, essentially.
Go Krob then.
Jump on with Krob.
7 tenths up. Purple sector 2. This looks like it could be pole.
Krob might pole.
Oh, he's lost the back end suddenly.
Commentators curve
again.
Mate, we are bad luck for these drivers.
We are a bad omen to every single one of these drivers. He still managed to get it 3 tenths up.
Krob, legend.
Everyone seems to have set their laps on softs as well. So only 11th place in Rennie Knight can change his tyres.
They're 5. Krob a cuck. Wow.
Krob has really pulled it out of the bag there.
Well done, Krob.
Krob a cuck.
We have a 5-minute break in between the race and
I
qualifying. Do
not know, but let's run through the grid right now. So Krob P1 locked out with his teammate Landon Orr. So that's Haas 1-2. Looking good for them for the constructors, considering Miles isn't here and neither is Rob for the racing points. Followed by Thomas and Effectus on the 3rd row, and then Rico and Hobo second row. Rico and Hoba in the third row. Alpha Romeo lockout. Then Keck, Joker, Simseku, Vader, and then Rennie in the 11th place. Free choice of tyres.
Here we go then. Joe, they can Fetters can't hear your voice apparently.
We can't hear your voice. Okay, well, Danny is more clear than you. Well, it's not my fault.
Well,
my mic is on full monitoring.
Right.
Not my fault.
Right, I'm just gonna quick message Hobo whoever this gap.
We're just writing on Keck to retire or 8 seconds. Raise the volume. I can't. I'm on full volume. This is how loud I am.
Come on.
Looking close now. Between the midfield mostly. The midfield is looking very close. It looks like Haas could run away with this, so it looks like a team battle between Haas for P1.
Yeah, out of the two Hasses, who do you think is going to win? Rob, we know, has got consistency around this track.
Lando Norris, I've not seen much of him, so I've got to give him the benefit of doubt and say that he can keep it as consistent as Quab, so I have a feeling Lando Norris might be able to snatch it.
Well, I was going to suggest doing a little after quali interview with Krob after that last minute still, but apparently we do not have a break in this league.
Right, so what's our predictions on top 3? I'm going to write these down.
Well, I think because Miles isn't it, it's obviously going to be a Haas 1-2.
Which way round?
I reckon Lando North.
Yep.
Lando North then Krob. Miles is here. Miles is here. Miles is in the session. Miles is on that leaderboard. I reckon Lando P1.
Yep.
Miles P2, Krob P3.
Nice.
Because Miles has got the free choice of tyre right now, and he could potentially take the hards and then go on to the softs at the end.
Well, let's see how well Danny is at predicting top 3s around Monaco.
Brandon, my voice is all snap crackling.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently I'm too quiet and you're crackling. Let's just blame it on their stuff. Right, formation lap.
Let's see whether that's any better.
Rennie and Miles are both starting on the mediums outside the top 10. Everyone else is on softs. So Miles opting for the medium strategy.
Miles, it's gonna be interesting because Miles is in the Ferrari, not the Racing Point.
Well, I'm guessing this points will get covered for a Racing Point.
Yeah, it will do, but will Keck?
Yeah, will they clash? It's also looking like Miles is under fueling because he's got the yellow fuel warning, so I feel like he knows what he's doing. He's proper going for this one. He seems to be the only one who's actually under fueled his car. And predicted pit stop strategy, medium to hard, lap 20 to 30 is when you're pitting from mediums. It seems like. Or again, it's the soft to hard for the front runners. The top 10. That's if you keep it clean.
I think my audio is completely cut out now.
Has it?
No, it's slightly better. It's not great,
right,
but it'll have to do.
You ready for the exciting start of Monaco?
Yeah, go on then. You can lead it.
Lots of action. We'll go for Krob off the start. Nice broadcast view. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to keep an eye on Miles at the back of the grid here, because I reckon he's going to gain a couple of positions off the start. or is he going to go conservative and expect the crashes? Stand him up.
So it's soft to medium as possible, apparently, according to the pit stop strategy. All 3, 4, 5 lights. And we're off.
No.
No?
Okay, this
Very
the
delayed.
light. There we go.
Frog gets away very nicely. Lando North falls into turn 1, and Thomas is beaten. It's in P3. Effective just behind him, and Rico is.
There you go.
Rico and Hobo are fighting.
There you go. Miles is already in the P8.
And Mars is up in the P8 already. Well, it looks like
Told you.
Hobo just hit the wall. No wing damage though. But it's been close between Hobo, Rico, and the two Ferraris.
Rob has held off his teammate for the time being. It's going to be interesting to see how these drivers deploy their ERS, because ERS, as we know in past experience, is very hard to recover around this track without a safety car.
I want to see whether Miles makes a move down Keck already, going into the next corner.
I reckon he will.
Jump aboard with him.
But he's not close enough though. He's really not close enough.
We expect Miles to be aggressive, so let's see if he is in the next few laps.
Miles is underfueled his car as well, so...
Ooh! Lando Norris just passed Krob. I don't know if that was a bit of team orders, but it looked like Krob might have made a mistake.
No, Krob's not got any wing damage though, so he might... There you go. My prediction's 33% right.
Lando Norris already a second gap, so it looks like Lando Norris could just step away from this race. Thomas is right behind Krob, looking close between them.
Krob's rear is not looking very stable at the moment.
Oh, contact between Thomas and Krob.
Oh, I reckon
wing damage
Krob,
from wing damage from Thomas. Krob's probably got wing damage. They've lost a heap of time. Hobo's now right behind them. Oh no,
Krob's lost an end plate. Krob's lost the right end plate. I think Thomas is lost the same.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, they've both missed an end plate, which is awful. Okay. Can Effectus and Hobo capitalise on this now?
I think personally, this is probably the best time if you get wing damage, because you can easily take those softs off, and you can probably stretch out the hard stint, probably another 30 laps, and probably bang on another set of softs. I can't, because around here, Miles has already got 5 seconds.
Fight corner cutting, that's a straight corner cut, I'm telling you. He seems to have got past Tech though. Effectus is locking up. Oh, the contact between Hobo and Effectus. Thomas is holding him up.
Rico's got wing damage. I thought I saw an end plate, and it's Rico's right end plate's gone.
It's really close between Rico's pitted. It's really close between Effectus, Thomas, and Hobo. Thomas is really holding up the 2 cars behind.
Here you go.
I want to see whether Effectus has got wing damage.
Effectus
has got a full wing.
Effectus has got 97% as well. He's really looking. Oh, Rico, Miles, Joker, and Vader all in the pits.
So that's 4 cars in the pit. Miles is already in the pits. So is he looking to stick on hard and go to the end?
He's gone soft, so he's going for pace. He's going for... Problem is, Rico has come out in front of him, so Miles has still got to get round past his fellow DxT member.
Will Effectus make a move on Thomas going out of the tunnel, because they are touching, going through every corner? Thomas is really holding up Effectus.
Will Vader 3 seconds?
Vader 3 seconds. It's really... Can Effectus make a dive? Oh, Effectus hit the wall. Is that end plate gone? Effectus is missing an end plate now as well.
Right. I'm gonna make some notes. So Miles has got a 5s. Vader's got 3 in aim.
Yeah. Is this looking like Hobo's going to be the best one to capitalise out of this 3rd place now?
Thomas has got red wing.
Thomas
has got red wing damage because he's missing the entire front. Right. Yeah.
Thomas's pit. Now can this release Hobo onto the back of Effectus, who's also missing an end plate?
Tell you what, this race is not disappointed so far. 4 laps in, probably about 6 pit stops. Keck's come in.
Hobo's all over the back of Effectus now.
Alright, let's
Lord Vader's on the hards, Joke on the mediums. Looking like he was going to send it down the inside, but thought better of it. Oh, he's hit the wall. That's an end plate gone, isn't it? End plate gone.
Vader looks like he might have crashed as well as a yellow flag. Miles has lost the entirety of his front running. He's in the pits again.
Oh,
I tell you what, can I have my first prediction? Where I said Haas is 1-2. Because this is not how I thought this would pan out.
Who's our closest battle track? Hobo and Effectus still. And then JoJo and Keck. Will Hobo be able to pass Effectus now with his end plate damage? They're both working with end plate damage, so they're just going to try and stretch it out. We got about Krobs lost 10 seconds to Lando North. Krobs missing an end plate.
Yeah, Lando North's just got to keep it clean here, but he is catching up some back markers, and as we know, Hobo's pitting.
Hobo's coming to pit already, lap 5.
I think Hobo's got front wing damage. Yeah, they're changing the front wing.
Rennie Knight's missing an end plate, which I'm surprised by, because on Monday League he kept it really consistent. No penalties.
Yeah, to be fair though, at the moment, if he can stick out that medium set until probably about lap 11, lap 12, he can probably bang the hards on, go to the end, and that includes the front wing change. So he's probably dragging it out because he doesn't want to ruin his strategy. I know like front wing damage is probably going to cost him time, but miles 3 seconds.
Miles 3 seconds. Things aren't going right for him. I mean, it's 34 seconds off Thomas in 11th.
Miles so far this race has 8 seconds.
Closest battle on track is Doka on Keck, and that's like a 2-second gap right now.
No, Semsiku or Seiku has 1.8.
Will he be able to catch up to the back of Lord Vader? So we can see some attacking moves.
I tell you what, Lando North's 14 seconds in front. Jesus Christ.
Effector seems to be crawling in Krob. Krob's
pitted. I think Krob's
he must have got
damage.
major wing damage. That puts Effectus up into P2.
Oh, Effectus has got the engine glitch because he's just stuck in 6th.
Yeah. Where does this bring Krob out into though after this pit stop? He might be out behind
Rico's
both
coming through
Alphas.
Rascas. Rico's got more wing damage again. But Rico's battling on. This is going to be a drag race out of it. This is going to be JoJo Hyperz Spain APS. No, it's not. Because he's miles off. I called that way too early. Lando North 17 seconds in front. And that gap's only going to get bigger because he has no
18
damage.
seconds almost.
Yeah,
this is looking like a slam dunk win for Lando North, but it's
It'd be
Monaco.
interesting to see what the podium does here, because quite a few cars have already pitted, so it's a bit hard to say really, like what sort of outcome. Because at the moment our predictions are just shot because everyone's just
out the window.
Yeah, completely out the window. I think a safety car would only be able to bring this back together.
Well, can we hope and pray? Commentators curse, someone wins it.
Well, the closest battle is still Lord
Vader.
Vader. Yeah.
He's slowly clawing in Lord Vader, so hopefully we can see a move. Rico, 3-second time penalty. Effectus, 5 seconds, speed in the pit lane. That's not good for Effectus, but all of these pit stops brings Rennie up into P2.
Go on, Rennie.
And Keck's right on the back of Hobo, so can we see an attack and move here? Hobo's pit. Every time I say can we see an attack and move, they pit. Thank you, Hobo.
Hobo's pit as well.
Yeah. Keck is on the back of Effectus though.
I just can't.
On mediums compared to hards.
Yeah, but is he going to be patient enough and watch those braking zones to make sure he doesn't go into the back of it? And that's the big problem around this track. You need to be able to prepare the brake a little bit earlier for the car in front.
Effectus looks very twitchy through these traction zones. So the back who gets the best exit out of these two straights. Is Keck gonna try it?
Oh, he's gone for it! No, he hasn't!
Half-hearted. Just pulls out.
I think he's done the right move there. It's not worth it, like, honestly. Because everyone has lost. Like, most people have used their DRS app, like, massively. Or ERS even.
One back to look at. Ooh, Miles is past Hobo.
I think Hobo's slightly lost
Let
the
him
back end
pass
there.
there.
Yeah. It's, Miles is just, like, not sound like I'm sucking up to him, but like he's just too quick. He's just too quick for these people, like most of this lobby.
Ooh,
maybe
Keck on the inside. Ooh, just pulls out.
But I just feel like in this league, Miles and Lando Nor are like somewhat a step above most of the people here. Because oh, someone's just got wing damage. I think Effectus has got wing damage. Yeah, missing right end plate again.
Or could this open up the move for Keck then?
Yeah, well, Keck, if he just sits behind him, then maybe down the tunnel potentially. But Effectus yet again, he's got 98% ERS, man. Like
compared to Keck, who's on 18%.
Yeah, he's not going to take
get very touchy through these.
Oh my god, both of them, they're like they're on ice. It's like Bambi on ice, that was. But Joker, watch out for Joker. Joker's creeping up on him. Rico's on the back of Thomas, and Samseku's on the back of Lord
on the back of Vader. Could we see Samseku make a move on Vader? Or am I going to curse it again?
I'm watching this battle here, this nearly three-way battle for fourth here, because this is Keck's being very patient, and I do admire
Could Keck make a move on this main straight now?
Because
I say main straight.
Because Effectus is holding him up essentially, but he's just being patient. Problem is Effectus is not even banging it in the overtake. This man believes he has the straight line speed. I feel like Keck's just got to sit behind him until he makes that slight loss of the rear.
Oh, using overtake to get up to the back of him, very close with doing him.
Oh, Effectus into the inside wall.
Oh my god. What a move. No. How has he kept that?
What a move that is an absolute move. Here we go, Joker. Oh, Samseku.
Joker's on the back of Effectus now.
I'm just moving on to Samseku and Lord Vader. They're right on each other's backsides here. Oh, this is a four-way battle now.
Ooh,
Rico and
Samseku make a dive. Samseku's on the inside.
Oh,
tight stuff.
That's very clean driving by the both of them. Now Thomas is on the quicker tire here, so Enrico's on fresh tyres. Here we go. We're going to see the pace difference between them.
Well, we'll see a dive into the next corner.
I can't believe Lando Norris 32 seconds.
Ouch.
Oh, Croft 3 seconds.
3 seconds, don't we?
Right, let's add that to the list.
Oh, Thomas just sticking behind Lord Vader. This is going to be hurting them though on the fresher tyres, just getting stuck behind it.
Oh, Hobo 3 seconds.
Oh, Thomas almost into the back of Lord Vader. This is very close between them all now. Thomas has got to be hoping to pass Vader.
I do generally think being stuck behind someone around Monaco and being patient and not crashing into them shows good racecraft around this track. Because it's the closest track you can get really, bar Baku.
Oh, Thomas making a move. Is he got to go around the outside or can he get past him on the straight? Nice and easy. Sims take a 3-second penalty. Thomas
Thomas into the wall.
No damage. Now Miles is on the back of Vader, trying to go on the outside. Just got closed off.
This is a 5-way battle for PA.
Is Miles going to go down the inside?
Yeah.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Oh no,
Lord Vader
no.
comes back in.
Vader,
Lord Vader's hit the wall. No. Oh, no. Hobo and Rico through. Unfortunate by Lord Vader there. Just
Lord Vader's just not moved.
Slightly.
No, Vader's lost an end plate.
End plate gone.
Problem is, going side by side into these sections is a risk. And that... Here we go, Miles is going to push onto the back of Thomas here now.
Miles is looking very quick. If you just can keep it consistent, get wing damage, no more wing damage, you should be able to take this to the end and still have a good chance. Oh, Joker, is Effectus in the pits? Effectus on the pits or 3 lap old hard, that must be wing damage from earlier.
Oh, he's having a stop go as well.
Oh, Miles is right on the back of Thomas. Do you think he can make a move to the next corner? Is what we've got to look out for. As they're also catching up to Samseku quite quickly.
Miles not being able to make a move.
Miles is right on the back of him, turn 1. Ooh, just got squeezed out. This is an interesting one because they're both catching Samseku quite quickly.
The problem is Miles still has Lando Nor in the pits. He's gone for the mediums.
One person we've not had much of, but is running really clean race right now, Rennie Knight. Sat in P2 at the moment, turning up on those mediums.
Joker 3 seconds.
Joker 3 seconds, yeah. See, Miles and Thomas are closing in on Samseku quite quickly.
Yeah, but the thing is, Miles still outranks Sims' penalties by 5 seconds.
Yeah, so he has to get past them and gap them.
Yeah, but he's got to get past Thomas as well, because Thomas is holding him up.
But it looks like Thomas might be getting DRS now to make it even more difficult to overtake.
Well,
both of them locking up. Is that wing damage for Miles?
No, Miles.
No.
Oh, I thought Miles. Here you go. Miles is not using DRS that early.
It's a close fight. They're all within a second of each other.
Rico
now.
must have wing damage. I tell you what, I would not like to be the team finance manager because the amount of front wings these guys are going through here. I'm just gonna have a quick look at to see how many pit stops we've had.
Lord Vader, 5 seconds being in the pit lane.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Effectus reset a time penalty, multiple warnings.
Wait, so if I miss penalty. What was that? Vader?
One driver. Yeah, Vader 3 seconds. Effectus 3 seconds.
No, Vader got 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, and Effectus got 3 seconds. One person I would not like to be right now is Simseku, having 2 really quick drivers within a second of you.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think the longer both Thomas and Miles sit behind, the more dirty air they're going to get, and they're going to start getting a bit...
More tyre wear, overheating problems.
Oh, there you go, Miles into the back of Thomas.
That wing damage from Miles, no, still clean.
Not yet.
Thomas just can't seem to be making any inroads down the straights on Simseku.
Hyperz
Which realistically...
must be wing damage. Rico 3 seconds.
Rico 3 seconds.
For a track that you wouldn't think you'd get many penalties around, I think half the grid's already got penalties.
Yeah.
7 of them have already got penalties.
Effectus has jumped Hobo in the pits then.
Yeah, have a drink. Lando Norwood, the fastest lap of 1:13.2 on the mediums.
Doing some people's quality laps.
Rennie Knight 3 seconds.
Cobb 3 seconds.
Cobb's...
Joker's retired. Where has this happened? We've got aboard a Simseku to see where Joker's retired. A safety car. Oh, he's binned it and lost both rear wheels.
Miles 3 seconds.
Miles 3 seconds. Joker looks like he's lost both rear wheels. Joker, if you're in the stream, can you tell us what has happened? Looks like he lost both the rear wheels there. Don't know how he
Everyone's pitting.
Yeah, he's lost his front wheel, it looks like.
Why is Simseku pitting? He's on hards. Mediums.
You could take mediums, dear, and so I thought they'd pick the mediums, everyone would.
Yeah, but that's why the lifespan they've got is only like 26 laps, so...
Could Effectus jump anyone in the pits on this? And get track position on them?
Well, he's not got the Renault. He might take the Ferrari and the McLaren here, but they are under Delta at the moment, so...
Looks like he could do it just.
Yeah, he's got them.
So Miles and Thomas are now behind Effectus as well. Rico 5 seconds speed in.
Problem is, I feel like this track has one of the most hardest pit entries because there's no like warning of the top speed because you basically enter it on track.
Yeah, it doesn't really give you a warning or anything.
Lando Norwood in the pit for a fresh set of mediums, even though he's like 40 seconds in front. But this will make the race will become a lot more interesting now because the entire pack will now converge on Lando Norwood. So Lando Norwood's 50-second lead is now going to be 1 second.
Would be nice to see what happened to Joker to bring out the safety car. Are you still confident on your prediction for Lando Norwood, Miles and Cobb podiums?
Yeah, I think it's on the cards now.
That's some sake of 3 second time penalty as well. Effectus has fallen behind Thomas and Miles. What's happened to Effectus? He's pit again. And so Thomas. Looks like they might have collided because they both had to get a wing change.
Nah, because they would have given a penalty.
Yeah, so they've just hit the wall or something and then got wing damage. And that's cost them trap position. Which is, you know, crucial on Monaco. Just looking at the mini-map, how spaced out everyone is.
I love how the main pack's going through first corner or first sector as Thomas, who's at the technically at the very back, is in the second sector.
At least we can have a closer race now.
Yeah, this is where penalties are going to come into play now. I do hope Rennie gets a podium. I am rooting for Rennie.
Yeah. God, safety car are boring, aren't they? 3 people in the pit. Toby, Thomas, and Effectus again.
What is with the penalty?
Toby, Thomas, and Effectus is a wall pit.
I don't get what's with pitting.
By the looks of it, they put on their very warm mediums to on 10 laps. I think they've picked now to go on their 1 lap and 4 lap old mediums.
Yeah, but like the safety cars surely come in a minute. Like they've got 1 lap to catch up, and I don't honestly see them doing it. Well, technically, if we finished how we are, then technically I got two-thirds of my prediction correct because Cobb's in third and Lando Norris in first.
And really got the wish of winning out on the podium.
Yeah, well, I think at the moment with Lando having a couple of back markers separating him and the other two, he's got Rico and Vader. He's got that. They're going to have to get out of the way somehow, and I don't think it's going to be very easy to get out of the way around Monaco unless you physically pull over, which is going to allow the car Vader to overtake Rico into the final points spot, and Rico's not going to want to do that.
Yeah, what's going to be interesting is overtake Simseku and Keck, and then maybe Cobb or Rennie to get onto the podium. With the remaining laps, so we're only on lap 17 out of 39.
Well, Keck's so far got no penalties. According to my list, Keck's got no penalties. Rennie has 3 seconds. Rob has 6. Sim has got 3. Miles has got 11. Obo's got 3. Thomas has none. Effectus has 3. Rico's got 5. Vader's got 5, and Rennie's got 3. Safety cars in this lap, here we go.
Now we can get racing.
Yeah, I certainly see Lando Norris slowing the pack up. No, Thomas 3 seconds, that's a stupid penalty under the safety car.
I do want to go on board with Rennie to see how Rico and Vader are going to cope with.
Here we go, out of the last corner.
Rennie's almost lost it.
Come on, Rennie. I take Crow at the inside and Sandoval. Nope.
Miles, it's already past Simseku.
Yeah.
And Keck's right behind Crob.
Lando Norris already off in the distance. I'm just going to stay on board with Crob. Crob's not going to be able to make the move because Lord Vader's blocked off the inside because he's a back marker.
Keck's just clipped Crob.
Is that wing damage? Is that wing damage? No, he's alright.
He's got Miles
on the
outside.
Miles is looking very racy now. I'm going to stick on board with this battle. It's just
This is going to look interesting. I don't think Quad can make a move, he's too far behind.
Oh yeah, he's miles back.
Miles is too far behind as well.
But the problem is we've got to wait on 3 laps before DRS is available. Oh, Keck locking up slightly. Looks like Miles carries.
Go flag.
Oh, we've got a big collision there.
Contact at the back. Hyperz called a Simseko penalty. So that's Simseko 3 seconds. Top,
no, that was a 5-second penalty for severe collision and 5 seconds for Habo.
Yeah. Don't know what's happened there. VSC.
Virtual VSC. That's going to slow the pack
Thomas,
down.
no wing damage. Simseko's missing half a wing. And Hyperz got no front wing.
Oh, we missed that. The only other battle going on track.
So it'd be interesting to see what's happened between them.
Thomas is up in the 6th now. Effectus will probably jump up in the 6th now. Comes the Batman, Rico and Vader are now just well, where they are. They're not going to overtake anyone else, I don't think. Vader's already 13 seconds off Rico even, so.
Be interesting to see what comes out of the race on Quad, Keck, Miles, and then Rennie just ahead.
Problem is, it's not like Keck and Miles are even teammates. Here we go, we're back racing, because you would think that for the constructors he would let him through, but he's technically not his teammate. Oh, go.
What you'll see is you'll see Keck again use all of his overtake, and then Miles should have a chance. That looks like a corner cut by Quad.
No penalty though. So, alright for now. Oh, someone's lost an end plate.
Quad's lost an end plate.
No.
No. It's not running.
Look at Lando. I reckon Lando Norm might have lost something. No, it was
Rico.
It was Rico. 5 seconds again, man. He's up for 10 seconds. DRS has now been enabled. Wait, is Rico serving one of those penalties? Yeah, he is.
And Keck's right behind Quad.
It'll take 5 seconds off Rico because Rico's served 5 seconds and.
I feel like Miles is playing smart here, letting Keck and Quad fight with Rennie just ahead as well.
3 seconds.
If they make a mistake, it looks like Miles could capitalise. Keck looked like he was going down the inside and just pulled out last minute. Rennie's just collided with the wall a little.
No, he's still got both end plates.
Yeah, he just scraped across the wall though.
At this rate, Keck is going to steal it. All 3 of them. Keck's got no penalties, apparently. Let me just check the race director.
Can Miles make a little dive? No, he just falls out.
Keck's got 2 warnings, so Keck really needs to avoid getting a penalty. And he will have second place here because no one's going to really pull. Rennie's on the hards, which are a slower tyre anyway.
Yellow set 2, one of the Rico's round in the hairpin. Things aren't going well for him. He's got a full wing still. I don't know what's the first lap. It's very close between 2nd to 5th. Almost hitting the wall there with DRS on Quad. Very late in the brakes. Quad 3 seconds.
Oh, Crob, my boy. That's not good.
Vader 5 seconds speed in.
Do I really want to start taking Vader's penalties? Because. Alright, let's just see where he serves that in the pits.
Oh, Quad's almost went into the back of Rennie. Inches away from disaster there.
No, I'm gonna stop taking penalties. I can't be bothered now. It's just Crob. I'm not sure about that, my friend. I'm not really sure about that.
Very questionable.
Vader's in the pits still. Rico's re-overtaking him.
Using all the cut there, Quad, to try and get past.
Keck's got Vader. 5 seconds of crossing the wide line, my friend. What is that?
Ooh.
Oh, cut up.
Looked like Miles might have
I feel like
tipped
Miles should probably let him have that position back because that wasn't very fair. He did sort of push him. Problem is now that's going to open Miles up. Problem is I do feel like that might go to the stewards because that didn't look like a fair overtake. But here we go. Now he's on the back of Crob. Well, Keck's dropped completely off him now, but Keck. I don't think Keck should give up because Keck is still penalty free.
Yeah, that's the
free drivers in front have got a fair few penalties. Bar Rennie. Rennie is technically nearly outside that 3 second mark. They need to stay in front of Keck.
So we're very close between these three. This is the only battle on track at the moment.
Yeah, Lando North's gone. Lando North's just having a Sunday drive. Oh,
is that Rico again in
oh.
Sector 3? Rico's hit the wall in Sector 3, goes the final corner. Hopefully he doesn't hit Lord Vader as well. Oh, his whole wind's gone. The whole wind is imploded. What's the more likely move? Miles on Crob or Crob on Wenny? All Miles has just had put out, almost hit Crob on the rear end. 3 seconds for Miles.
I think Miles is gonna get impatient behind him, I think. Don't get me wrong, but Miles looks like he's really wanting to push on now because he knows he can. If he gets past these two guys in front, with that open air, he's just going to pull away, and he might be able to pull away enough for his penalties not to really affect him. But yet again, he still can't get past these guys in front. Like, he's either waiting for mistakes, but promised time is slowly creeping up, and Keck's catching him up again.
This seems to be great defending driving by Rennie Knight here, though. Just not making any mistakes.
Yeah, Rennie just needs to not crack under the pressure. If he just stays where he is, he'll be fine. But Keck is going to take all three of them at this rate.
This battle is bringing Keck and Thomas into it.
I tell you what, this is Crob again, getting a bit playful with Rennie's rear.
So this is looking like it could be a 5-way battle.
You honestly need to take him to dinner first, Crob, before trying to get in his pants, man. Like, honestly.
It doesn't seem like Crob's close enough for any of the corners. Any of the overtaking
into the pits again. Whereas Miles seems to dropped off slightly. Rico's into the pits.
Oh, Crob looked like he made a slight mistake.
If you're Rico, do you carry on? Because you're nearly 30 seconds behind the guy in front of you. Oh, Crob's gone into the back of him. That's an end plate. Crob's
missed an end plate. That's unfortunate.
He's going to be a sitting duck now for Miles. Was it Rennie's fault? I didn't really have a good camera angle on it.
It just looked like a close racing.
Yeah, the problem is Crob's got to think that Crob's got. Oh my God, what is going on there? Going up the first,
that just. Oh.
Wait, there was contact with the wall there. I think Miles might have damage, but I ain't got a good.
No wing damage. No wing damage for Miles.
I tell you what, Keck's right up their backsides again. So's Thomas. This is
no damage to Miles. This
battle
close.
Is. Oh. Effectors in the pits.
Could we see it dive?
Lando North is literally just having a plain drive around Monaco, making it look like nothing. I just wonder what's going to happen here. Keck's still penalty free, which means he's going to jump all three of the drivers in front of him into second place.
And look who's in the background. Thomas is just creeping up Lando North for a second.
No, not like that's going to really make a difference.
Oh, but Crob's dropped out of DRS range. So he could be a sitting duck for Miles into this next straight.
Yeah, he's definitely. Here we go. This is Miles' chance, really. Crob's got no ERS as well, so this. Why isn't Miles going for an overtake, really? Oh, he's trying. Why should you overtake up the hill? Oh no, this is going to end horribly. There you go.
Contact.
Oh, that was always going to happen. Always going to happen.
Yeah.
Always going to happen. Miles certainly will not be happy about that.
So this is looking better for Rennie though, and Keck. Two of the cars in the middle.
Thomas is pitted, so Thomas must have damage.
Oh, Crob's almost half sticking his nose into Rennie.
Now is Miles going to go for it now? Because Miles, I imagine, is wanting that move done now. Miles has probably had enough. I'm saying, here we go. This is. Let's go on.
Lockhart made the move. Nice and clean.
Yeah, fair play, Miles. Was it?
Tom's pit.
Yeah, I did say that.
Oh. Now can Miles make a move on Rennie into that? Oh,
Rennie's got.
Rennie.
Oh, Rennie's
Nothing
got more
bad's happened to Rennie.
Rennie's got like twice as much ERS
Crob's
in the pits. Crob's had Thomas 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
I really wish if I could be bothered to keep note of this, but I can't.
For the closest battle, can Miles get past Rennie? Can Rennie get a podium? He needs to stay 3 seconds ahead of Keck. Or on the back of Miles. If that's his 3 seconds. Could we see a dive by Miles there?
Putting Effectus pit now. How many... Oh, Effectus is retired in the pits.
Miles has just clipped the wall and is now out DRS from just Rennie.
Just a question. How many penalties do you... How many pit stops do you reckon there's been? Just have a guess.
28.
More than that.
36.
More than that.
42?
Yeah, it's been 42 pit stops.
42 pit stops. And there's only 12 drivers. And one of them's been DNF since lap 10.
And there's only 27 laps in. We've still got another 12.
Wow. At least whoever finishes now is going to be in the points, since the Effectus came to the pit and retired quite weirdly.
There was a yellow flag in sector 2 and who was that? Might have been Lando Norris.
Miles is on the back of Rennie again. After making that small mistake, he's right on the back.
Dropped right off, he's 3.7 seconds.
Miles keeps just nudging Rennie in the back. We don't want to see Rennie's podium.
I reckon
just go away
from
from
Lando, Rennie, Keck. Unless Miles dispatches of Rennie, which I think he might probably in the coming laps. I don't think.
I just don't want to see Rennie get touched and put in the wall.
Oh, you got real.
It's... Because you can see that Miles is just getting held up even with the wing damage. But it's all about patience around Monaco, trying to pick your moves. I don't think he's going to make the move there. Rico's now onto the points since Effectus retired. This seems to be the only battle we can actually commentate on. Miles and Rennie.
Yeah, well, ain't people are close enough. It's Sim and Thomas who are nearly a second, and these two.
And it's Thomas is pulling on Simsaker as well.
Oh, Keck's cut down that gap between 3.6 seconds to 2.3. Miles is having a
contact on the exit.
Has Miles got more wing damage? No, he hasn't.
No, he just keeps on touching Rennie out of the exits, which just gives Rennie a little boost just to get away from him. You see how much more he breaks into the corner there. Ooh, just misses Rennie. This could be a disaster for Rennie just if he gets like hunted even the slightest.
There's no margin for error around this track though, is there?
But valiant defender by Rennie here. No mistakes, nothing here. Corpse picked up another 3 seconds. Ooh, Miles just half sticks his nose and locks up into the corner where he maintains position though.
I'm tired, you know. Still another 10 laps to go. What is going on? Miles
has been hit again.
Miles is literally.
We don't want to see Rennie's podium disappear like that.
Why are you saying we? You're the one that's fantasising over Rennie's podium. Rennie's going to do some good defending here. Here we go.
On the outside.
Yeah.
Easy to like.
He's just got to stick with
now,
him.
Can Miles disappear? And more importantly, can
that was a corner cut. That was a corner cut by Miles.
Keck to 3 seconds.
I don't think he will. I think no. Look. On a different note, my calculations are wrong. Odd loss is 31 points behind us. Or 31 points behind me. So he's 7 points behind you.
Okay. On an unrelated note.
Alpha's still leading the champion constructors by 20 points. You're 8 points behind Alpha Tauri, 7 points behind Ferrari, and then 28 by me. Constructors is looking quite good in that league. But, oh. Right, Miles has already opened a 1.9 second gap, no surprises there. But is Miles in the remaining laps going to be able to... Because Rennie's tyres, you got to think, are going to be the ones that are going to come good towards the end because of how long they go.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm quite enjoying Rennie's consistency around Monaco. Like, he got a podium in Monday League, and
yeah, he's been doing really well.
And his pace, he's slowly opening that gap at the Keck. Got to remember, Keck's tyres are going to go off around. Oh, Miles into the pit.
Miles
speeding.
5 seconds for speeding. Could this be Keck and Rennie on a podium?
I think he lost
now?
both end plates in the end.
Could this be an unexpected podium here? Rennie, Keck, and Lando.
This is Monza from real life. Oh, Keck's just got wing damage. Keck is literally, as we said, that Keck has just lost an end plate.
Oh, Commentators.
And
a Hobo. Is that Rico behind him?
It's Rico.
Lap car Rico. Rico's lost an end plate.
Hobo is coming up the hill though.
I don't think he's close enough. With 8 laps to go.
I reckon Keck's just got to stay out here and just ride the waves. Because Hobo's got penalties, so...
Yeah. Well, question is, can Cobb pass Hobo? That's the new closest battle.
Hobo's 3 seconds.
Hobo's 3 seconds. Cobb seems to be gaining on Hobo, so can Cobb make a move on track?
Well, Keck's still holding on to Rennie Knight. He's catching Rennie Knight, if anything, so that end plate damage is in a bit quicker.
As weight reduction, isn't it? Let's just go with that.
I think Miles is getting for fastest lap here. I think that's what Miles is doing. He's getting for fastest lap. He's on softs. I don't know why he's giving up his second place for it though.
Could Miles catch up to Cobb and Hobo though?
Oh
and
yeah,
still get
I can see that happening. Surely.
Because they've got similar amount of penalties.
Yeah, well he's chopping time out of them.
Yeah, because when he came out of the pits it was like 4.5 seconds.
I reckon Rennie must have damage, surely, because Rennie's tyres seem like they've gone off. But how? They're hard. They've only got 18 laps.
Keck's getting pushed through by Rico. Cobb's half a tenth off Hobo.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
and
that
Miles
then.
is only 2.2 seconds off.
Yeah, Miles is gonna... Oh, Miles in a 3 second. Too, and that's going to be a big factor here. I don't know what the finishing order is going to be.
Ooh, Cobb's just tapped the wall.
But, Cross got an end plate missing.
Yeah, end plate missing. That's not good for him.
I tell you what, because I've lost track penalties. Oh,
Cobb lost his holding. That's going to be a good pit. 3 seconds as well.
Oh, Crob.
Was that an intentional one there?
Let's just leave it. And you just got, yeah. Well, Rico's up to 9th, and Vader's up to 8th.
Don't know what's happened there.
I think Spiffo's still watching my stream. Big up Spiffo if he is.
Cobb just said hate Monaco. Yeah, we can all agree with that. The only one that seems like Monaco is Lando Norris. 50 seconds already.
Hard luck, Crob. Always next year.
Next year for Monaco.
Look at Miles is pitted for another.
Simseku, 3 seconds.
Miles and Hobo, still very close. Don't tell me Hobo's just already lost his front wing. He hasn't.
No. But Miles looks like he can make a move on Hobo. Ooh, contact.
I think the interesting battle is whether Keck's going to be able to stay in Rennie Knight's 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I think at the moment that's the only interesting, because we've got 2 drivers of reasonable speed who probably wouldn't be expected to be on the podium. Don't get me wrong, like they've driven both very well. Like Keck having no penalties, and Rennie only having the one, and not having to pit for front wings. I think it'd be nice to see how this is going to end up, but Lando Norris is just in a class of his own.
Hyperz made a mistake and Mars has just capitalised.
Yeah, but penalties again. Don't know what penalties. Oh, Hyperz in the pit. Hyperz got
Keck
damage.
stopped out of the 3-second range.
Yeah, I think this is where Rennie is going to start pulling on him.
4 laps to go.
Yeah,
and the closest battle is what? Keck still.
Yeah, Keck. Yeah, but they're back
He's just dropping off.
Thomas and oh, that
DxT. Simsaki pinned it. Rennie spun. Rennie didn't get any penalties from that. Ooh, just got away with that.
Oh, Rennie, don't do this to us, please. I know you want to make it interesting for us to watch, but don't throw away your second, for Christ's sake, man.
Are we doing interviews after this?
Well, we can do. I don't know who's going to join, but we can do.
Well, let's see what happens with this podium now. Rennie almost.
Well, I'll message. Well, I can't. I'd message general chat after this on the Friday League with the podium finishes, and then if they want to join, they can. And if not, DxT Thomas with a bit of a rear skid. Keck's 4.3 seconds.
Just that Rennie might have got away with that little bit of a scary moment.
How has he opened up that much of a gap under a VSC? He opened up like 3 seconds.
Well,
Vader in the 7th. I bet Vader didn't think he was going to be there, and Rico will be up to 8th in a minute as well.
Keck's allowing Thomas to unlap himself. He's dropped right off. Keck seems to have lost all the piss on these tyres right now. 21 laps on these mediums.
Yeah,
they seem to have been well past it.
They have a lifespan of 26 laps, so they're probably screaming at this point. Problems, is it worth trying to keep up with Rennie, or is it worth... Oh, I think Thomas has got damage, yeah.
Rico in P8.
Yeah. Interesting to see how this race ends.
Just about on track, 6 seconds between Rennie and Keck. Golden Ed's going for beer. This is too general.
I know, I do.
Mars was the first lap.
Yeah, that was gonna happen, let's be honest.
I think Rennie's barring any slip-ups has got 2nd place. I shouldn't have said that, really.
I think Golden Egg's on about you. I think that's what he's on about. At your finishing place. Obviously you glitched into the front, didn't you? Everybody's into the pits for a set of softs. This race is lost for you. Oh, someone's crashed.
It's a Rico. It's a lone Rico, of course. Rico's 3-6 time prime.
2 laps left. I think the only thing that's going to be interesting now is seeing what happens with penalties. I'll be honest. Because Keck's dropped right off of Rennie. So Rennie's 3 second. Have a quick look at penalties. Lando Nor has 1 penalty, so that'll be 3 seconds. Rain Knight has 1 penalty and 2 warnings. Keck has a penalty, so yeah. Mars has a few penalties. Yeah, I reckon this will be the finish. Top 3 is going to be Lando Nor, Rennie, and Keck. I don't see the penalties everyone's picked up. I'm just going to sit on board of Lando for the last couple of laps.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't had a lot of screen time. And Rico for
3 seconds.
I just think Lando's on the fuel limit because I just seen the yellow light come up. But Lando's just raced his race. No two words about it. He's just been.
Well, your predictions seem to have been a third right.
Yeah, because I said Lando North for the win, didn't I?
Yeah.
I just thought it would be because I know what this guy's about. He's a good driver. As he's shown today, he's just consistent. He's the only person that's I think he's the only person that's pitted twice that is not pitted for front wing damage.
Yeah, I don't think he's pitted any for the whole race.
Lando Nor, Haas, no. Definitely pitted twice. Or was he only pitted the once?
Hobo 3 seconds. These last penalties could be crucial though for the same position. If they're going to pick up more on the final laps.
Yeah, Lando Nor's pitted twice for no front wing damage. Lando Nor's kept out the wall the entire time.
Lando Nor's on his final lap now.
Yeah, going through the tunnel for the last time. With a long stream. Daddy is tired. Lando Nor comes around the final sector. 56 seconds in the lead. Miles is right at the behind of Keck. Move on to that in a minute once Lando Nor comes
going across the line, gives a little victory weave.
Yeah, well done Lando.
He's done it.
GG. Alright then.
Almost a minute ahead.
He's almost lapped everyone. Because Miles and Keck are the only two that haven't been lapped. Rico finishes the line lapped. Amazing how we have only 8 drivers left. Miles has managed to make the move on Keck, but I think Miles has got end plate damage. And I think Miles has way too many penalties, to be honest. Remotely even. Unless Keck gets a puncture, which I'm not too sure. Right. Honestly incredible how Lando Nor's finished and we haven't even had the second person finish yet. That just shows his dominance, I think. Oh, Thomas crashed it.
Rennie Knight across the line. Rennie Knight, P2.
Well done, Rennie. Good drive, mate. Good drive.
Who do you think of the driver of the day now, then?
The toss-up between Rennie Knight, I think, and Lando Nor. Lando Nor has driven a perfect race. Like, honestly, apart that one penalty they had, he only had one penalty, and that was it.
And Keck. Yeah, Keck's now on the podium as well.
I think Keck's had a good race. I think that all 3 podium drivers, if you could give it to all 3 of them, then
yeah, you could give it to any of them.
I think it's a valid. Well, Miles starting from the back, definitely another good drive, but
Matt Boo's got to. After seeing that, he has to be the real Lando. Got to agree with that. He's got to be the real Lando. I think if you want to make the decision on driver of the day, who do you think up those 3?
I think Lando Nor deserves it, honestly. No wing damage around Monaco, St. Kells. Only 1 penalty, honestly. Like, you can't fault him. He's 57 seconds in the lead. Like, come on. No 2 ways about it. So, the finishing order, Lando Nor, which was my prediction. Running all the way up from P11 in the second. Keck. Another good great race by him, finishing off the podium. Miles in P4, which was sort of expected, and he picked up the fastest lap point, and the rest of the field got lapped. So Hobo P5, Thomas 6, Vader and Rico in the positions that they probably didn't think they were going to finish in. Sim in P9, Crob P10, Effectus and Joker rounding out the points.
Look at the penalties.
I know. 16 seconds, 15 seconds, 12, like 3 people on 12 seconds. 4 people on 12 seconds. Right, chuck a message into the Discord, see whether any of them want to join us. Might as well have a look.
Yeah, just about whether they actually want to come in and join. This is the most viewers I've ever had on a stream.
Yeah, it's good fun. I must admit.
Just waiting for responses now. Ray seems to be typing. Jesus, that was stressful by Keck. Yeah, it's Monaco.
Did you tag Keck?
Yeah. When he said, it's fine if my English isn't very good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just get on me annoying. I'm sure we'll understand what you're saying. It's nice.
Racing is a universal language.
You said that. Did you say that?
Yeah. Right, Keck's coming in as well. I don't know about London more.
Well, Rennie's it.
Yeah, Rennie's it. Keck's here. I don't think Lando Nor's coming.
Yeah, well, if you two can just make sure, just make sure you include the audio. Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Rennie there?
Little box at the top.
Good night. There
yeah,
is one.
Rennie, you're a little bit quiet, bud. If you...
I think you could turn up his volume through your phone.
Yeah, but it's more for your stream. If you want to turn him up.
He also needs to. Did he include his? Oh, he's offline. That's fine.
Yeah, you might not see it.
Man, that was stressful.
Right. Is Rennie ready or?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Right.
Cool.
Rennie, talk to us through qualifying in the race now. You think it went for you?
I'm sorry. I qualified P11, but I don't understand the rest of the question.
Do you feel like you could have qualified better, or do you think that's the best you probably could have got in qualifying?
Because I am entered a little bit late to the lobby, I wasn't able to pick my car before the session starts. So when we start the qualifying, I think it's about an error from the game. The frames per second they are slower than the normal situation when the game is running. So that affect me when I make my hot lap. I don't want to make more hot laps because they'll come with the previous same. So I think I hope I will answer correctly your
no,
question.
totally. No, another podium for you around Monaco, because obviously you had that in Transnation Monday League. Monaco's your track. Well, from the previous 2 races I've seen you race around there, keeping it clean, keeping out the walls. Yeah, you can't moan too much, I don't think.
Okay, real. I beg your pardon, sorry.
That's fine, mate. Don't worry about it. But yeah, no, solid race by you, Rennie.
Oh yes, it was a pretty nice race. I really enjoyed this track, and I'm surprised a little bit I can make this podium again instead of the podium from the Monday.
Yeah, to be fair, mate, you kept it as clean as possible. You kept your nose out of trouble. You didn't get, well, you only had the 1 penalty. Joe's having a clean race can get you very high at the table.
I'm sorry, JoJo.
It wasn't JJ. Right.
Sorry.
Right, I'll move on to Keck. Right.
Cool.
Hope I'm pronouncing it right. Keck, talk us through qualifying and talk us through your race.
So Monaco is, you know, guys can probably think I'm a bit weird, but Monaco is my complete favourite track. I love this track. I pretty much on time trial every day on it.
People
I
like
love
shot.
this track.
Whoa!
Well, I know I can reach. I know I can hit 1 minute 10s. I've just come off work, so I really didn't have much time to practice beforehand. So I had a 1 minute 12. I wanted to save my tires, but I didn't really risk it. I think I got like P7 or something. I stayed at P7. Obviously, Monaco is a really hard track to overtake on. And I was literally all I was doing was hoping people in front of me would crash and make mistakes, because obviously I can sometimes keep it quite off the wall, especially with like the fighting between Krob and Miles when they overtook me. I could just see them constantly fighting. I could see debris going all over the place, and I was just keeping on the back of them. And I took the opportunity, and I just overtook them. I don't know where Krob finished in the end.
Krob
Miles,
DNF'd in the end.
Yeah, that's what DxT.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not really gonna. I know me and Miles have touched a few times. I'm not gonna bother putting through the. I'm not gonna bother putting an appeal because it really didn't cost us anything.
Well, you still got the podium at the end of the day, so it's not affected
Yeah,
you
I'm
majorly.
not really I'm not really too bothered. He's still a teammate, but I don't know why he was pushing so hard. He had a 12-second penalty.
Yeah, I think he was trying to push on to try and bridge that gap to try and take that penalty out of play.
My tyres were like, I think 60 or 70% worn up front. They were just gone. So my pace started to lower the fuck down. It started to come down immediately, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, we were wondering once you sort of got to that 25 lap mark, wondering whether your tyres were going to give up towards the end. But no, you kept it clean, so you got your podium.
I mean, on the Monday league, I came fourth anyway. I was supposed to finish third, but I got a hit. But anyway, I thought I had a good chance at the podium, so I just went for it, and I came my way.
Yeah, no.
Good day today.
Yeah, it was a very good day. Right, because we've got the two Alpha Romeos in here, if they would like to include their audio, we can ask them some questions. They feel like they need to.
Yeah, you want.
Right.
What do you want?
Why are you not so slow and hitting the wall all the time? Come on, what is it?
Let's leave you know. We've got to remain professional as commentators. Yeah, both you had hard days today, costing the team lots of money. Regarding front wings, maybe ought to explain yourselves to the people watching.
I've got one mentor completely screwed me over.
Who's your mentor?
JoJo.
Wait, what?
Okay, so we've got Rico blaming JoJo, Hobo saying he's got a plastic knee.
Plastic knee.
I haven't got my knee. I had surgery yesterday. You cheeky soda.
Hey, don't attack the commentators.
I had surgery. I come fifth.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Sky Sports DxT did not confirm that, so we're not taking it. No.
Watching the safety car screw my race over. So me and Rico got stuck. We were both behind Lando and safety car came out. Lando obviously went into the pits and pitted on the safety car. I didn't need the pit and Rico did. So obviously in hindsight, Rico probably should have left on another lap so we can get ahead of Lando. But after that, Rico went coming back.
I personally think that when the first safety car came out, Miles was my teammate, went into the pits, and I just made a split-second decision to stay out. And I think that honestly really helped me. Yeah, that really helped me there. So I was going to be like, I'm coming in, and he just went in, and I said, no, I'm staying out. And that actually really helped my pace there. But I don't know about you lot, but the first thing I did when we were on the formation map was told my engineer to shut the hell up. So annoying.
The thing is, Monaco is one of them tracks. So like, no matter how good a racer you are, if you hit your wing once, it compromises your whole race.
Yeah.
Like you see Miles today. Miles started from the back, come up to third, but still hit his wing everywhere. Didn't have the best of races, but he still got in the third.
Yeah,
well,
he didn't. He got fourth in the end because of penalties.
Yeah, he got the penalty, he got fourth, and then like even Krob was my rival in the title race, and the second place title, and he kind of got a massive crash and ended up bidding it into the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Might have
overtook
been
me.
on purpose though.
Crubs won.
Yeah, it might have been on purpose. I'm not too sure.
I didn't see what happened. I'll watch the highlights in a sec. With Miles, I knew I had worn tyres. He was on the softs. I knew he had a 12-second penalty. He overtook me towards the signal. I didn't bother really challenging him for it. There's only one lap left, and I was just all I had to do was keep 12 seconds within him. So that was really it.
Well, we might as well call it a day there with the stream because I was going to be here talking for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really for that.